Welcome to this week's episode of Your Stock Request for the 21st of April. Hi, I'm Michael Gable, Managing Director at Fairmont Equities. Your Stock Request is the weekly video where I take your requests and analyse the share price charts. So this week we have Allchem, Bank of Queensland, Superior Resources, Green Technology Metals and Australian Potash. So if you have a request, please send it through. Make sure you've signed up to the free newsletter, but our better ideas come out every Tuesday. So make sure you're getting the Dynamic Investor Report. But if you do enjoy these videos, we'd love you to share them around or even leave us a review. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Our main business is on the broking side. So if you'd like to have a trading account with me and have me give you advice as to when it's time to buy and sell, then please let me know and I'll explain how that service works. And all the advice here is general only. So we've got a daily chart here of AKE. So, interesting charting pattern. We could see that for a period of time, the $10 mark was a very, large resistance level. It did break it here, came back, and then had another break. So that was the buy signal. So nice move up here at the end of March. And then we could see sort of early April, it just sort of became unsustainable. So naturally, it's struggling to move higher. We've had this pullback, looked like it wanted to run again, but was sold down. So we've got this sort of double top here and sort of weak price action. So it does look like it wants to consolidate. Now, whether we get a sideways consolidation or a pullback here remains to be seen, but expect some sort of consolidation before the next buy signal. Okay, Bank of Queensland, if we just look at what it's done the last few months, obviously since the end of March here, the price action's been extremely poor. So, we've got these, big price swings here, which isn't ideal. And even though it went to a slightly new high, sold down sharply, tried to rally, and again, sold down sharply. So big volumes now on the way down. So, definitely a negative sign for Bank of Queensland. So I'd say the risk for this is to the downside. I'd be expecting it to continue heading backwards. Okay, Superior Resources. So as I've said before, like a lot of these small caps sort of done nothing. Then we've seen some sort of explosion at some point on big volume, and then they've given up much of that move. So here we've had just a classic consolidation back. It looked like it was trying to break free of that. Potentially you could put a little trend line there and say, okay, well, it's broken free. It's come back to retest it, tried to rally, but again, bit of price rejection. So it's basically struggling, and we've now got it back at pretty much back at support. So it's not a good look. It really needs to hold this level, of course. I wouldn't want to see it break down here. So the way it's going at the moment, I think at best it looks like it just wants to base out a bit more before it makes the next move. Okay, and GT1, so not listed for long, but doing all the right things. So we've had this, again, significant move, consolidation. So a bit more of a flat consolidation here. And then we could see in March it started to get going. So it made a higher high, higher low, and it started to do a couple of those. So it was basically coming out of the consolidation here. So that was basically indicating the consolidation's over, ready to rally again. And then most recent price action's been bullish. So again, we've got big moves up, only a few days down, and then some more big days up. So the last couple of days were obviously very strong, and then yesterday it's pushed on to a new high, and the volumes are pretty good as well. So I think the odds are that this will just continue to rally. So this consolidation is over, and it should just continue to trend higher. Okay, and finally Australian Potash. So as we could see, it's it's shed quite a bit of value here over the last year, but it looks like it's breaking this, it's breaking the downtrend now. So what we've got is we've sort of had this first sort of higher high, oh, higher low, higher high, higher low. Most recently, if I look at this move here, I've noticed that's been on very large volume. So we've had this sort of big volume rally, and then since then it's basically gone sideways. So that's a positive, and we could see the volume sort of easing back. So big move, sort of tightening range here, and then it looks like it's tried to push out of this tight range, and we could see volume coming back on the up days. So this looks like it wants to head higher. You could probably say maybe with this swing low here and looking at this little swing high, the 9 cent level might be a safer break point. But yeah, look, I'd be happy to hold, and I think a break through 9 would be a very bullish move. Okay, well that's all for this week. If you have requests, send it through and I'll try to look at it next Thursday.